What's the most fucked up thing someone has told you about themselves after barely getting to know them? I'm 24 and just graduated college. Got my first real job at some accounting firm and moved into this crappy apartment building downtown. The neighbors seemed cool enough. There was this older guy upstairs named Gary, who always nodded when we passed in the hallway. Quiet dude, kept to himself mostly. I figured he worked nights or something because I barely saw him during the day. About 2 weeks after I moved in, I'm watching Netflix in my underwear eating cereal for dinner like the sophisticated adult I am when someone knocks on my door. It's like 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. I throw on some pants and open it up. It's Gary. He's standing there looking kinda nervous, shifting from foot to foot. Hey Jake, sorry to bother you. I know we don't really know each other, but could I just talk for a bit? I'm feeling pretty lonely tonight. I mean, what am I gonna say? No? The guy looked genuinely sad, so I let him in. Offered him a beer and we sat on my couch. I'm thinking we're gonna chat about sports or complain about the landlord or something normal. Gary takes a sip of his beer and goes, "So I spent 12 years in prison." I almost choked on my drink. I laughed nervously thinking he was making some weird joke, but his face was dead serious. Yeah, got out about 6 months ago. That's why I moved here. Fresh start and all that. I'm sitting there like, okay, this is already way more than I expected to learn about my neighbor tonight, but then he keeps going. I was arrested for beating up my sister's husband. Well, ex-husband now. The guy was a real piece of shit. Used to hit her all the time, especially when he got drunk, which was basically every night. My stomach started feeling weird. Like I wanted to leave, but I was trapped in my own apartment. See, I wasn't trying to kill him or anything. Just wanted to scare him, you know? Give him a warning to stay away from Lisa. But when I showed up at his work, he started running his mouth about our mom. Said some really nasty stuff I won't repeat. Gary's voice got quieter, but somehow scarier. That's when I lost it. I beat that man so bad he was in a coma for 3 weeks. Doctors thought he might not wake up. His jaw was wired shut for months. I'm sitting there frozen holding my beer like an idiot. This dude just casually told me he almost killed someone and he's acting like he's talking about the weather. Then Gary looks right at me and says the thing that still gives me chills. You know what the really messed up part is? If I had to do it again, I'd do it harder. Because Lisa was pregnant at the time and he put his hands on her while she was carrying his kid. And I swear to you, if the cops hadn't showed up when they did, I probably would have buried him in the woods behind his house. He holds up his right hand and points to these gnarly scars across his knuckles. That's from his teeth. I can still remember the sound they made when they cracked. Sounded like stepping on potato chips. I'm literally sitting there with my mouth open, not knowing what the hell to say. This man just confessed to attempted murder while drinking my beer in my living room. But then Gary's whole face changes and he gets this proud smile. The good news is Lisa's safe now. She moved across the country with her son. Named him after me while I was still locked up. Little Gary. He's 8 now and sends me drawings sometimes. He pulls out his phone and shows me these crayon pictures some kid made. Stick figures and houses and suns with smiley faces. Just normal kid stuff. Lisa says he asks about Uncle Gary all the time. Wants to meet me when he's older. She tells him I'm a hero. Gary finishes his beer and stands up like nothing happened. Anyway, thanks for listening, man. I don't really have anyone to talk to about this stuff. Most people get weird when they find out about my past. I'm still sitting there speechless as he walks to my door. Before he leaves, he turns around. Oh, and Jake, don't worry about me or anything. I'm not dangerous unless you're hurting someone I care about, and you seem like a good kid. Then he just left. I sat on my couch for like an hour, trying to process what just happened. This dude basically told me he's a convicted felon who has zero regrets about nearly beating someone to death and would do it again.